play as philosopher and naturalist Henry David Thoreau in his experiment in self-reliant living at Walden Pond. Live off the land, seek out the small wonders and beauties of the woods, and find balance between your need to survive and your desire to find inspiration.
Walden, a game made by the government.
Because I wish to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, to live so sturdily and Spartan-like as to reduce it to its lowest terms, and, if it proved to be mean, to get the whole and genuine meanness of it, or if it were sublime, to know it by experience, and to give a true account of it.
There we go. Seek out the glittering arrowheads. First floor. Oh, okay. So
I thought it said arrow keys.
it did say arrow keys.
Didn't mean lost. They meant lost.
Ah, for the menus.
So we're looking for arrowheads.
Oh gosh, we need to lower the DPI. There. Well, there was one on the rock behind you. See?
When I wrote the following pages,
You did not
or
grab that.
rather the bulk of them,
But I didn't know
lived
where the hand
alone
was gonna
in the
go.
woods, a mile from any neighbor, in a house which I had built myself, on the shore of Walden Pond, in Concord, Massachusetts, and earned my living by the labor of my hands only. When I first took up my abode in the woods, my house was not finished. It was a pleasant hillside where I worked, covered with pine woods, through which I looked out on the pond, and a small open field in the woods where pines and hickories were springing up.
July 4th, 1845. Dearest Henry, congratulations on the start of your experiment. I hope that the work goes well and the ideas are fruitful. Mr. Emerson says you are intent to devour yourself in our woods, but I hope that you will remember to take good care and keep yourself well. Mother worries, as do I. Your loving sister, Sophia.
Sophia, not Sophia. Interesting.
Indeed.
There is some of the same fitness in a man's building his own house that there is in a bird's building its own nest. Who knows, but if men constructed their dwellings with their own hands and provided food for themselves... What are you doing now? Emerson asked. Do you keep a journal? So I make my first entry today.
Was it just two different lines of dialogue overlapping?
Yes, because I'm impatient.
My dear Henry, Mr. Emerson has assisted my family in acquiring a house near Concord, and there we are now.
So,
Living like philosophers,
This is-
which is to say, with little but
I
happily.
want to swim.
I will visit you soon and bring Mr. Garrison of the Liberator. We have all been so inspired by his earnest and unequivocal writings regarding the moral stain of slavery on our nation. Perhaps he will speak at our Lyceum on the topic. Yours truly, A. Bronson Alta.
apparently you have energy levels that you can't see.
Yep. So it would seem. I was running. I figured shift was probably wrong. And I was
So, it said Emerson. Is that Mr. Ralph Waldo?
right. I thought Emerson was his friend.
Was what?
His friend?
Well, yeah. But is his friend Ralph Waldo Emerson?
Oh. Maybe.
I mean, they shared a lot of the same interests.
Huh.
Henry David Thoreau was lived 1817 to 1862, and Emerson lived 1803 to 1882. So it's.
Oh yeah, no, I know they were connected.
Okay, well then, yes would be the most likely answer.
Didn't remember his whole name.
His name's Ralph Waldo.
Okay.
How could you not remember Ralph Waldo? So M is the map, and J is also the map?
Apparently. M is male, not male.
Oh, I thought I saw it was the map earlier. Escape.
Alright. So this is our map.
The Solitude Cairn.
Where should we go?
There are jobs.
There are jobs. Where are the jobs?
There are. You have discovered 0 jobs currently.
Oh, okay.
It's a pheasant.
I'm trying to grab it, but it's not trying to grab it. Where did it go?
It's up there. What type of burp did it say it was?
I haven't been able to...
A partridge. I don't think you can actually grab them. Sorry.
Why not?
It's very pretty.
It is. I guess I need to go find jobs.
I don't know that there's anything you actually do need to do.
Interesting.
The 4th of July. We just passed the 4th of July.
We did.
It was interesting. An oxeye daisy. Those are in Minecraft.
Are they?
They had a Minecraft flower in this game?
I guess they did.
Old man mushrooms?
Yep. What got this? Hey, look, it's a book.
Is it the book Walden?
Nope, it's the Iliad by Homer.
So, I was curious and I looked real quick. Ooh, there's, yeah, what is that? Lunch basket?
Interesting.
Oh. It's a fishing basket.
I could fish if I had my fishing rod.
Which I know is your next goal, since in every game that you can, you usually fish. It's wasteful.
The fire's wasteful. It's also kind of a hazard.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a thing on the ground.
Yeah.
It's a... No, it's another.
My residence was more favorable not only to thought, but to serious reading than a university. And though I was beyond the range of the ordinary circulating library, I had more than ever come within the influence of those books which circulate round the world. My house was on the side of a hill, immediately on the edge of the larger wood, in the midst of a young forest of pitch pines and hickories, and half a dozen rods from the pond, to which a narrow footpath led down the hill. The necessaries of life for man in this climate may, accurately enough, be distributed under the several heads of food, shelter, clothing, and fuel. For not till we have secured these are we prepared to entertain the true problems of life with freedom and a prospect
What's
of
dark?
success.
It's dark.
Oh, yes.
Huh.
Oh. So, when you pick up a arrowhead, it
He
actually
talks about things.
no, they read you the book.
Oh, these are excerpts from the book?
Yeah, the
Okay.
book Walden by Henry David Thoreau.
Okay.
Was that on the ground over there, on the path, the dark thing? Or is that just a pine cone? I guess so.
I don't know what you were looking at. You saw.
It's okay.
Back this way?
No, it's okay. So yeah, this is...
I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. A man thinking or working is always alone. Let him be where he will. Solitude is not measured by the miles of space that intervene between a man and his fellows.
That's true.
Indeed.
Add to your inspiration. So this is, of course, Walden. It is what looks to be a drop you into the woods in depicted in the book, which the woods are real, but
Yeah.
also it's heavily focused around the book's interpretation, and you're intended to do and learn the things that he learned.
Did I just study the sky by looking at a tree?
Yes. Yes, you did. So you need to rest.
Yep.
That is the wrong direction to go rest.
I want to swim.
The cabin is behind you.
I want to swim. Fine. Running's restful.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Where you are. Another letter.
Guess we should
Can you
go.
open your journal?
Yes.
The grand necessity, then, for our bodies is to keep warm, to keep the vital heat in us.
Alright, can you press E? Again. So, I just looked up Walden, the book.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure it's free on Google.
It is. I've looked for it before.
So, page 1. Look at the bottom of page 1 on this, but page 1 in the actual book is...
You said look at the bottom of page 1. That was page 5.
Look at the bottom of page 5.
Uh-huh.
It says, and I am reading from the actual book, "When I wrote the following pages, or rather the bulk of them, I lived alone, in the woods, a mile from any neighbor, in a house which I had built myself, on the blah 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 blah."
Okay, so they copied the book.
They copied the book. Okay, you can...
So, So I guess we should look for the boat or the fishing rod or...
Yes, you should look for the boat or the fishing rod. I imagine they will be near ponds.
Maybe.
There's a rock. Ooh. You just ate red berries that you saw in a bush.
It didn't actually let me take any.
Was there eggs on the ground back there? No, just rocks. Okay.
Mushroom.
Oh, mushrooms. Why? Why, man? Meadow.
What?
This is Wyman Meadow. Cattails. The corn dogs of nature. I love watching people stick them in their mouth.
People do that?
Yeah. They're just full of seeds and...
Yeah, it sounds like a miserable idea.
Oh, it's horrible.
Why would anyone do that?
It's like doing the cinnamon challenge, except instead of a tablespoon, it's like a cup.
Why do people do this?
And instead of trying to swallow it, you're trying not to suffocate yourself because you just filled your mouth full of pollen and seeds and disgustingness.
Jump. It's not a game.
No, it's not a game. Sorry, guys. We failed you. You can't jump.
Well, I've just been all around the pond.
What do you think? I think that's a small
Books
pond.
are the treasured wealth of the world and the fit inheritance of generations and nations. Books, the oldest and the best, stand naturally and rightfully up. Confucius said, "To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge."
Book. But that's the one you read before. No! The Analects of Confucius. We have that, don't we?
Pretty sure, unless we got rid of it.
I don't think we would have gotten rid of the Analects of Confucius.
I don't think so.
Well, you should really strive to find either the boat or the other thing.
I tried to grab the food. Remember the random berries?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw.
So why does it say I don't have these things?
Go to the left. Go that side of that.
We're back here by the corn dogs.
Open your journal so you can look at the map just to see. Okay. So yeah, go back over to Walden Pond. So
Where I
basically
am?
straight ahead.
Okay.
No, you're not. This is not Walden Pond. And then just follow the shore. Because if there's going to be a boat, it'll be on this.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel? Yeah. Aw, red squirrels are the best.
Red squirrels are pretty cool.
What?
Red squirrels are cool.
Uh-huh. Ooh, I see something on the shore up ahead.
Something.
Oh.
Fishing rod.
So, how would you rate this game? I mean, it's not a game. We've just determined.
maybe a 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
Some things are very unintuitive about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 2. Like, if you're really, really interested in the works of Henry David Thoreau, or really want to just have some transcendentalist time in the utopia of nature, then
you should actually go outside.
Then yeah, really, go for a walk. Or
that's what I don't get about this, is they've put a lot of time and effort into making this to talk about how going to the basics of life.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're not in a position that you can do that,
that's true.
Or you know,
I got a fish.
Or if you just want to read the book, but you really can't. Maybe you can't read, or maybe just reading isn't for you. Then I think this would be a good way of.
Do I have an inventory or something?
No. But your food stores have grown. It's the bottom left little jar.
That's what that jar was?
Yeah. It was red.
And now it's gone.
So.
Okay.
And now it's green. You succeeded.
Yay.
Alright, well. That was Walden.
Yep, that's Walden.
If you want to come explore the woods for yourself, there's plenty left to explore. There's plenty more learnings you can do. If you're interested in environmentalism and naturalists, then he's
I am no more
a
lonely
good choice.
than the loon in the pond that laughs so loud, or than Walden Pond itself. I am no more lonely than a single mullein or dandelion in a pasture, or a bean leaf, or a sorrel, or a horsefly, or a bumblebee. I am no more lonely than the millbrook, or a weathercock, or the North Star, or the south wind, or an April shower, or a January thaw, or the first spider in a new house.
That was a long segment.
It was a long segment. I was waiting for it to end. So, yeah. I guess check out Walden.
It's pretty. They did that well. That's very real water.
Yeah.